Hello, we have a game into Marlynn. Pretty happy running my bog standard gear into her. Don't think I need anything else. Oh my god. Well, that's certainly a hand of all times. So, I mean, you know, at least a 6. I'd really like to have had an arsenal, but the big problem with that as a starting hand as well, by the way, is that these D-Reacts are super important into her because of all her overpower from the harpoon. With her getting overpower on literally everything, you know, I'm now down from 9 D-Reacts to 6 D-Reacts because I will never see these again. So that is a problem. It's a problem I'm going to live with. But, you know, when I say big oof, that is not good. I'm really confused here. Rack that up again. So this as a starting hand is quite, as a second starting hand even, is quite bad as well. The plough's obviously not online in any way, so that's not worth throwing. There's no real attacks in hand. This is very wet. I think this couldn't be better for them. Oh, this is going to be a cursed game, guys. I mean, there's nothing I can do about this. So we block with the Scalding. They're going to have such a good game here. I'm genuinely worried I'm going to lose this. And Marlynn's a relatively easy win normally. I just like, they're getting 2 free turns out of this, I think, basically. They were obviously going to take the Ring of Roses. There was never going to be another choice. I'm keeping the Arcane Twinning because I can do them 1 damage. Although I do have a Decompose now, so maybe I'm going to plough under them for 2. Taking their arsenal's worth it. So this is where we're at. We're doing a plough under for 2 in response to taking 13. At least my Decompose has started. You know, you can call this 5 value from the plough for taking their arsenal, which is something, I guess. But yeah, this is bad. This is better. That makes it gold, right? Yeah. Are they just hitting me with a harpoon? This could just be one of these whole sort of swings and roundabouts things, right? Like, maybe that's not the right term. What I mean is, if they're just coming with a big gold fin, I don't really care. So they're coming in with that for 12. C and C does nothing. And then we're going to put the mental block in because it gets us a card back, and then I'm going to E-strike them. That's going to be the trade back and forth this turn. I mean, their whole hand for 12 is not, you know, the worst on their part. You know, they're still doing me a lot of damage. I am very much losing this race currently. But I've got the ability to clap back. I've got the ability to have an arsenal. Both of these things are kind of relevant. Like, I'm not that far behind. I am for sure behind, but we're taking this and we're going to use the crown. We've also found some more D-reacts, which is really helpful. Like, one of the main reasons Marlynn isn't very good into us is that overpower runs into all this stuff normally. Because I drew 3 of them on turn 1. So this takes blues, that's fine. I'm going to use this now because I want to clear this arsenal slot. I think. Actually, I might put a blue in my hand. That would be bad. We'll wait a turn. I'm happy to just come back with this pulsing ether, nice and safe. You know, my life total's worrying, but we'll deal with that. I'm also hoping they'll get a brick turn. Basically, that very cursed start is leaving me looking for solutions. It's really about whether or not the deck presents me any. And again, I'm keeping the life totals relatively close. There's a solution. My solution is this spelling. Like, this will tear the tempo back off her to some degree because she'll not be able to 4-card hand me. Obviously, it depends what harpoon she throws. Because there's a possibility I ended up having to try and just block out with this stuff. Okay, so she's having a big turn as well, which is not what we want. We've still got all our equipment. So I've still got like 6 block on the table, which is helpful. Okay. So if that's her harpoon for the turn, good. Well, I say harpoon, arrow. So I can block this how I want, right? There's nothing special about this. Yeah. doing the crown now because it's an opportunity to actually get it in. Actually, maybe I don't do the crown now. The felling's kind of scuffing up what I can do with the rest of the turn, unfortunately. We're definitely doing that. Do I just eat 7? There's no need to give them these yet. Yeah, I think that's it. Marlynn is quite annoying to actually get the crown on because, like, you can't control what you put in your hand and various cards are a problem. This would have been a great turn for the crown if I wasn't going to felling. So that's kind of what we're mulling over there, obviously. And I say this will pull the gap back a lot. Yeah, this is looking good. Ooh, a lot of 3 of a kind. Okay, again, very good. We're seeing not very scary arrows, which is what we want to see. I really want to keep this light up the leaves, but I have to take damage to do that, but I think I'm okay with that. But I have to keep my whole hand if I want to do that. But yeah, I think I really want to. And I don't need to keep my whole hand, sorry, because I'm going to get a card off this. I'm just going to give them everything here. I think this was the right move. It's really hard to tell. Like, maybe the 3 life would have been better, but I feel like I really want to get this to Arsenal. We'll get our ability online. But if they don't block this, they go down to a very scary place. So I'm hoping this is going to take like 2 cards off them. You know, they've got a little bit of life in the table here, but not much. Just trying to present a huge amount of pressure to them, basically. I wonder why they're saying I think there's a bug. I'm assuming they've got lag rather than a bug, because I don't know what else they'd be describing. See, this is the position I want to be in, right, where they're not having a turn. Okay, this is pretty solid, because I can get 2 life back and I can throw good arcane. So that'll throw 7 at them. It's that weird thing where I kind of almost want them to block, but I think this is what I want to do. So we're going to do Pulsing E for life rather than the extra Waning Moon point. And we're doing that because Verdance ability will, you know, pressure them. Like, you know, this is kind of exactly what we want to see, right? And then we'll have 2 life off that and another ping. Just keep pressuring that life total. And I can still Waning Moon if I want. I lose the Carapace though, and the Carapace is really tempting. I think we gamble on this, as it were, because this is obviously just a card not being drawn if I keep it. It is really good because of the overpower, but the 2 damage is nice. Yeah, trading it for a card is well worth. We're happy with that. This is a really good hand. Like, if they don't present lethal, I think I just go for no blocks. If they do try lethal, we've got a back skin and a non-attack to block a good 5. It's a good harpoon though, unfortunately. So they're going to get to take the Burn Bear away, which is, you know, happy times for them. Like, you know, there's no prizes for guessing what card they would take. I get the E-Strike though. I'm just trying to obviously get them into a position where I can do that, like at least, you know, I've been trying to claw this back since the first turn, basically. You know, those opening hands were not what I wanted to say. Okay. So they're going to have counter pressure, but not much. So this feels promising. I mean, yeah, my ideal here would be if they didn't fire an arrow at all, but I can't imagine that's happening. But that felling's going to be lovely. I'm assuming I can just block out with these 2. Oh, to have 1 more life. I mean, my only consideration here is basically I could Burn Bear them. So I could throw that, I'll get a solid 4 in probably because they'll AB it. I think we'd just go for the fellings still. And we don't want things stuck in our hand basically, so we go with the double block. There's no reason not to. I think the felling just forces them into a full block. And then I can try and work from there. Yeah. So they're still preserving that life total, which is a pain. But this is good. This is a lot of damage. And I think we do the burn bear here rather than the tilling because it makes more sense basically. We are deliberately pitching that because it only blocks 2 and we're just digging for more blues to be honest after this I think. And we're doing this waning moon because it will force a card off them if they're not wanting to take chip. You know, I want them on 2-card hands, that's perfect for me. Because then I can block and retaliate. We are just trying to sort of tempo close here. So that only prevents 1, they could prevent 3. It's theoretically lethal. But my hand is not blue enough. We're going to go for the light of the leaves because obviously it's good damage for the turn and I need something because this is not going to do anything. We're again taking the hand apart. We can move to the scalding. It's not as good, but they're going to be really low. I think the scalding will probably close the game. I'm just waiting for them to use these resources up basically, right? Because that's what they're going to do. That should be it. There we go. We clawed it back. As I say, it's a super favoured matchup with a really rough start. And, you know, there's very, very few matchups that are definitely just 100% guaranteed. You can break hard enough to lose in anything, I think. I feel like there's got to be a Guardian matchup somewhere that you cannot lose. I'm not sure. But, yeah. You know, it took a lot of clawing back to get there, but claw we did. I'll see you in the next one.